Welcome back, persistent hikers, to glimpses of our California parks. Today we will visit the Sierra Nevada Mountains region of our California parks, encompassing 30 of over 400 diverse public, state, and federal parks and their related units located within our Golden State. Yosemite National Park is a 759,000-acre mountain scenic historical park. Reservation only, maintained by the National Park System. The park is located within Tuolumne, Mariposa, Mono, and Madero counties. Yosemite is 140 miles east of San Francisco and 100 miles southeast of Sacramento. The park unit was first established in 1864, the first California state park, to protect Yosemite Valley and the Mariposa Grove. In 1890, vast land surrounding the park was set aside by Congress and called Yosemite National Park. In 1906, the state park was merged into the national park with the backing of John Muir and Theodore Roosevelt. The persistent hiker documented this park unit in the month of November 2023 and hopes this short video and informative commentary will entice you and yours to come visit this geological, recreational, and historical federal park unit in the near future. The Yosemite geology was formed about 10 million years ago when Sierra Nevada range was uplifted and tilted to form its unique slopes, which increase the angle of the stream and riverbeds, forming deep, narrow canyons. About 1 million years ago, glaciers formed at the highest elevations. When they moved forward, they cut and sculptured the U-shaped Yosemite Valley we see today. Yosemite Park contains granite cliffs, lakes, lush meadows, mountains, glaciation impacted landscape, towering waterfalls, clear mountain streams, giant sequoia groves, Native American history, early park history, numerous mountain, meadows, and valley trails, and biological diversity gone wild. Along with camping sites, a visitor center, grocery store, shuttle buses, and many visitor conveniences. The western approach involves traveling Highway 120, where you will join the Big Oak Flat Road inside the park to reach the valley floor. Traveling through 3 man-made tunnels and scenic pullouts, you will reach the valley floor at the Pohona Bridge, passing over the Merced River. If you're the designated driver, I highly suggest you keep your eye on the roadway, disoriented drivers, and distracted pedestrians. You can view the scenery once you find a safe pullout. Once you pass over the Merced River at the Pohona Bridge, you will enter the one-way scenic loop, the South Side Drive, which will take you into the valley and back again on the North Side Drive to the starting point. This 2-lane, one-way road is tricky with numerous pullouts. Take it easy, watch the signs, watch for sudden vehicular movement, and above all, watch for distracted pedestrians. I suggest you first drive the loop roadway in its entirety so you can become familiar with the pullouts and the congestion issues. A short distance from the Pohona Bridge, you will reach the first major stop, Bridal Veil Falls. Situated in the Cathedral Rocks area, the Bridal Veil Falls plunges 620 feet and is the first waterfall you will see when entering the valley. It flows year-round, even in the winter, with a light swaying flow, similar to a bridal's veil, thus the catchy name. A paved trail of about a half a mile round trip leads you to the viewing point. The elevation gain is 80 feet and it is rated easy. This Valley Scenic Loop video covers a trip around the valley floor by vehicle, stopping along the way to record some of the granite cliff and waterfall scenery visible from the lower elevation. The hiking portion, actually mostly walking, that was involved in this trip simply required leaving and entering your vehicle to obtain better views of the granite cliffs and waterfalls. There will be a separate video for hiking the valley floor. A scenic roadway warning. Because you're parked alongside a busy roadway, be extremely careful entering and exiting your vehicle. You're not the only one dazzled by the landscape. After Bridal Veil Falls, you would continue on the South Side Drive, the one-way road, and make stops along the roadway to view the Cathedral Spires area on your right and El Capitan on the left. It should be noted here that there are different views from both sides of the roadway. Sometimes, due to the lighting, the best view can be across the side opposite from your location. With that being said, I must apologize for the back and forth images of the formation along my observation. I tried to keep them in some sort of order. The cathedral spires are a prominent collection of cliffs, buttresses, and pinnacles located in the valley's southeast drive. Towering over 2,000 feet above the valley floor, these formations stand opposite El Capitan to the north. Continuing along the South Side Drive, there are numerous pullouts where you can view the many glacier cliff formations. Again, most of your walking will involve moving around to get better viewing positions. Next up is the southern side is Sentinel Rock area. Sentinel Rock is a granite peak that towered over the Yosemite Valley opposite Yosemite Falls at over 7,000 feet. It formed when masses of rock split off the south side cliff along steep joints. Starting around 2 to 3 million years ago, glaciers in the area of Yosemite began to form. Since 2.6 million years ago, there have been more than 40 cycles of glacial cold and interglacial warm periods. These glacial periods modified the landscape, forming Yosemite Valley, other canyons, lakes, and many of the other features seen in Yosemite today. Matterhorn Peak is a result of glaciation and was formed when glaciers surrounded and scoured its lower slopes. Other examples of landscapes created by glaciation are Laurel Canyon and Yosemite Valley, two large U-shaped canyons that formed as glaciers passed through, removing rock and debris as they moved. The fall foliage in Yosemite can turn the loop drive into a colorful trip. The Merced River winds through the valley. As we approach the busy Yosemite Village area, you will pass the small Yosemite Chapel on your right. After which, turning right will take you to Curry Village, where you will get some nice views of Glacier Point, Vernal Falls, and Half Dome. From the valley floor, one can look up to the Glacier Point overlook, 3,214 feet above you, accessible by car or shuttle. If the roadway is clear, Glacier Point is a must-see. Glacier Point overlooks the valley, Half Dome, Yosemite Falls, Nevada Falls, the Yosemite High Country, amongst other distinct scenery. From the parking lot, one can take a short paved trail to the valley overlook. Half Dome is a quartz monzonite batholith situated at the eastern end of Yosemite Valley, probably the best known rock formation in the park, and is named for its distinct shape. One side is sheer face, while the other three sides are smooth and round, making it appear like a dome cut in half. Traveling around Lower and Upper Pine campgrounds, one can get breathtaking images of the rocky cliffs above. The roadway now takes you back through the Yosemite Village area, where you will find the visitor center, the village store, the wilderness center, the museum, and other park concessions. If you turn right here, you can travel to the famous Ahwahnee Hotel and view the Royal Arches. After the Yosemite Village, the roadway Northside Drive takes one out to the Yosemite Falls area. At a height of more than 2,425 feet, Yosemite Falls is one of the tallest waterfalls in North America. It normally flows from December through July, with the peak runoff between April and June, fed by the melting snow. The cliff and rock formations found around this middle section of the valley are well worth your time to visit. Find a safe pullout and stretch your legs as you walk the valley floor, as did the Native Americans thousands of years ago. After passing the Yosemite Falls area, one will pass by Columbia Rock and then the Three Brothers. The second most famous rock formation in Yosemite, El Capitan, is just straight ahead. There's lots of parking found here, as many want to view the rock up close and observe those brave enough to climb its face. El Capitan is a vertical granite rock formation on the north side of the valley, near the western exit or the loop turnaround. Standing around 3,000 feet from the base to the summit, along its tallest face, El Capitan is a world-famous location for wall climbing. I'll just watch them from the valley floor, thank you. I don't believe vertigo and rock climbing go together. Some of the most iconic views of Yosemite Valley include the outline of El Capitan. Did you see any rock climbers up there? No way I'll be up there. Vertigo and rock climbing don't go together. One can only imagine what the view must be like from way up there, 3,000 feet above the valley floor. Rider Vale Fall and the cathedral spires and their reflection. After leaving El Capitan, you would travel westward to the last viewing spot on the roadway, the Valley View area. You simply have to stop here. I think it's one of the best viewing areas in the valley. You find yourself at the Merced River looking back into the valley. The reflections are breathtaking. You'll see the Bridal Veil Fall and the cathedral spires on the right, along with El Capitan on the left, and inside the inner valley reflections in between are all inspiring. You'll get a chance to check out the Merced River up close and personal. Taking a moment to contemplate the Valley Loop Scenic Drive. The reflections and views from this point are absolutely worth the stop. Make sure you don't miss this the Valley View final look over. The best part of the Scenic Valley Loop is when you reach the end, you can turn back and do it all over again. It actually takes a few times around to get your bearings and pick the areas you want to view. We bid farewell until our next visit, Yosemite National Park.
Hope you enjoyed this park adventure. Take the time to visit our sponsors and become a monthly donor, assisting us in documenting each of our diverse federal and state California parks. By becoming a member of the Persistent Hikers and wearing our Glimpses patch, you are informing the young generation that we seniors still have the capability, although limited, to enjoy our parks just as much as they can. Until our next California park adventure, happy trails.